What's up, Scape Sipes Custom Audio Reimagined, and today we have the Lexus back in the shop, take care of those horrible headlights. And also, I realized that she didn't do something, so we're gonna go ahead and do it for her. And what that is she did not set up the guidelines for her backup camera. So, if you want to know how to do this, just quick and dirty, take a couple cans, whatever you have. Cans work pretty nice because they're a small area. If you use like a box, it's wide, takes up a lot of area, it's not going to be very accurate. Put the cans in line with the outside of the back tires. Get in the car, and you can set up the guidelines to whatever you need it to be. So if you look, see those cans, see that can. So what I want to do is get it to where that yellow line is going to represent her tires, so she knows that anything outside this yellow line, her vehicle's not going to hit, because that is the outermost part of the vehicle. So now she has usable actual lines. But on these Sonys, you can shut the lines off. But I noticed she had the lines on, but it was like up here and not making any sense. So that's taken care of. Now to do the headlights. Problem is, the Lucas LED, the super bright crazy lights that I like to use, are not in yet. They did not get delivered, which is very strange because I ordered them on Saturday. I really figured they would have been here on Tuesday. So we're gonna go ahead, get everything pulled so that we can get to the bulbs. But we do have the bulbs we're gonna be replacing the high beams with, because if you remember my last video, when we're talking about this car, you cannot replace the high beams with LEDs because the high beams are also the daytime running lights, and the daytime running lights only show 2.9 volts, and you need at least 6 volts for the LEDs to work correctly. So to try and get the high beams to be bright and white, like the LEDs are gonna be, I'm gonna go ahead and put in these silver stars. These I've always found are pretty much the brightest you can get. I'm sure there's others out there, but as far as name brand, these seem to kick butt. Now getting the bulbs out of the headlights, I don't think is gonna be too much trouble from what I saw last time when it was in here. Some cars, you gotta remove the entire front clip. It's a real pain in the butt, but this one doesn't seem to be too bad. The fog lights though, they sometimes can be a real pain in the ass. But that's why we get paid the big bucks, right? So let's go ahead and get this thing prepped and ready. Much better. So the brights are done. Now, when you go to the daytime running lights, they are kind of yellow. Why is that, Cade? Here's a teaching moment. The way a light bulb works is it has a filament. The filament is what takes the current in. The current goes in, makes the filament glow. Now that glowing is what creates light, obviously. Now, depending on the type of filament you're using dictates the temperature of the bulb. Hence, a white bulb, a yellow bulb, a blue bulb, a purple bulb, you know, all those crazy bulbs you see. Those are all based on different temperatures. The temperature is the spectrum of light. Now, why they're yellowish when the daytime running lights are on is the way these cars work. The daytime running lights, the voltage is just dropped down to 2.9 volts, making the bulb very dim. It's nothing special. It's not like an exciting new bulb or anything crazy. Your daytime running lights, at least on these cars, older cars, are literally just voltage gates that cut the voltage down to the same bulb that's your brights, and it just has it glow with that little 2.9. That filament, with only 3 volts going through it, isn't enough voltage to produce the nice bright white. It's not able to get to the temperature on the Kelvin scale that it needs to go. So with 3 volts, it's at a different temperature, which makes them yellow. There you go. And that is also why LEDs that require a minimum of 6 volts to function will not work in an older car's daytime running lights, because 3 volts will just make the LEDs sit there and flicker, because it's not enough voltage to actually energize the LED completely and stabilize it to be a fully functioning light. And that is why the daytime running lights are yellow. Now with that little education bit out, let's go ahead, and we have access, I believe, here to the low beams, no problem. So I'm not gonna pull them out until the LEDs are delivered, because they still have not been delivered. We're gonna go ahead and figure out what it's gonna take to get to the fog lights. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard, but regardless, gonna have to remove some parts down there, unless it's already missing its underskirt, which could be since it's 2012. So when getting to your fog lights, one option is you can pull that liner back, which usually requires taking out down at the bottom there should be a couple screws. Up through here, there'll be some tabs and snap tabs. And then you'll have to take out, see, like these old clippies here, clippy there. And then you can fold that back, reach your arm in there, cut the hell out of your forearms, but you can get to the bulb. That's the quick, dirty, ghetto way of doing it. The right way is removing this underplate. So this rock plate, skid plate, whatever you want to call it, basically just a piece of plastic to keep stuff from flying up under the engine. This usually requires taking out a whole bunch of bolts and screws all the way across there, all the way across the center, and then you drop this and you'll be able to reach up and get to that fog light, in theory. So what I always do is I first take these corners, I take this one off, I'll take whatever's off here and I'll see if I can slide my hand right here in between and see if I can get it done that way without having to remove the entire underpiece. Wasn't bad at all. All you have to do is take out those 3 10mm. That little plastic piece will pop off, and then you're able to just pull the plastic down. I'll be able to reach up in there. UPS, where you at? It's like 3 in the afternoon. And we have some crazy winter ice storm coming. So let's go ahead and take bets. UPS delivers my package within the next hour, everything's sunshine. Or UPS decides not to deliver my package and blames it on weather, and I don't get it till tomorrow, completely screwing up my schedule and this lady's schedule. What do you think? Okay, so if you picked that UPS would bring it tonight, you were correct. It is 4:30. I just ran back to the house to get it. Got the LEDs. Let's go get them put in. Because as you can see, that's not rain. That's ice. Everything is icing over because we have an ice storm coming. So it's time to get these lights in, go home, and sit in front of the fireplace because it's going to get nasty. These are my LEDs for headlights, fog lights. These are the brand I like. These are what I choose. Let's go ahead and get these installed so we can close up and be done and get out of here before the ice storm gets too bad. This is what it looks like. It's going to go in there, but you have to make sure these are polarity specific. So you have a positive and a negative there. So you have to make sure, because sometimes the plugs will plug in both ways, and when they don't work, it's because you have them backwards. And if you needed any convincing on the difference, that is the stock bulb, the new bulb. A massive difference. All right, here we go. Let's see how she looks. Ah, yeah, come on. That is redonkulously bright. Nice white, looks clean. It just makes the vehicle look newer. But I'm gonna go ahead and back it up so I can get a full spread on the wall. All right, we backed it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and see what kind of spread we're getting. Yeah, I think she's gonna be just fine. And then the brights, now you can see the brights aren't as white. And that's because an LED and a filament. There's just really no way you're ever gonna get a filament to be as white as the LEDs. But those are definitely better bulbs than they had, but they're not close to being the matching temperature. It's not like she's driving around with her high beams on all the damn time. Now she can have her Apple CarPlay, she can see at night while she's driving. They're gonna come get it tomorrow though, because the ice storm has started, so nobody's gonna be out in this weather tonight. So tomorrow they'll come pick that up in the morning. And as always, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments on the video, positive or negative, or my channel or the videos I do, let me know. I'll see if I can make them better. Take it easy.